footing. Steve, look at this dog. Isn't he cool?
It's a dog! There's a cute little dog! Here, pat him.
Yep, you can.
Pat the dog.
Actually, what you actually do is you give him a... When he stops moving around like a weird thing. Come back. Here he comes.
He's like, fuck that.
Here he goes. So you can pat him. And then what you do is you press A on the box.
And video over. We pat the dog. Yeah. What? Oh, did you call him Waffles, or is that his name?
That's his name in the game.
That's a good name.
And you can give him stuff. You can give him a bow, a hat.
Oh,
or
fuck
some
that.
glasses.
Put the hat on him.
I like the hat. Hat's the best one.
The Sunny's pretty good though.
Yeah.
Cowboy Waffles.
This is Ravenlok.
Yes.
This is a game that I mentioned briefly talked a fair bit about in one of the recent podcasts we did. We're going to go through this relatively quickly because to be pretty honest, not a real lot to it. But yeah, it's a neat little game. It's a hack and slash game. I'm going to very quickly go through this and get to the meat and the potatoes of the game. So I'm going to quickly go through all this stuff. So hopefully just skip through. Actually, I'll just skip all this. So you got a whole bunch of quests. So I'm going to help Mum in the living room, so she's in here. So let's get through all these quickly. Yes. Now I'm going to go outside and pick some flowers. So there's flowers. So yeah, there's just a little bit of stuff to go on with to begin with before we actually get into the main part of the game. So this game is very heavily inspired by, when you get into the next section, by Alice in Wonderland, and that will become really obvious when we get into it. But this game is just a hack and slash. You just got one attack. It's fairly basic. You just got a sword, you've got a shield, and there's not much more to it than that. Every time you do one of these parts of it, it prompts up the screen to say you've upgraded the objective, which means it gets really repetitive. So, done that bit. And it's kind of pixel art, voxel stuff. It's actually, I think its selling point, as I said in the podcast, is probably the look of it.
I was going to say, it's hard to see on the characters themselves with that sort of clock, sort of heart-shaped key on the wall. You can definitely see the jagged edges of the voxels.
Yeah, the characters themselves are a bit more normal, for the want of a better term, but the environment is, like, you look at what's in the foreground, it's fairly sort of voxely-ish, but then you start, it will become more obvious when we get into the main sort of part of the story.
Hey Mom, table set, fuck off.
What am I doing? I'm going to help Mum with this clock switch. I'm going to find this key back. Is it there? Where was it there? No, where's this thing? Was it that? No. Was it over here? No, where's this key? I thought it was there. So we've got to activate this bit first. The key was this thing on here. Yeah, it's right there. You can see it there.
Probably can't pick it up yet because you have to talk to Mum first.
No, I don't think so. I'll do the toolbox first. We'll do this one here. Maybe we've got to trigger these things. Where is he gone? Where's he? Where's he gone? Oh, it's there.
He went down to the corner store for some milk. He'll definitely come back.
Not totally sure how he managed to lose his toolbox and said it was just in the friggin' truck, but there you go.
Look, maybe he's just not that smart.
Oh. Right, so that's done that bit.
Yeah, so you probably got to talk to Mum to actually get the clock thing started.
Yeah, maybe I do. I thought I'd already done that to do this bit.
Because I wouldn't let you do anything with the toolbox until you talk to Dad.
Yeah, so let me just quickly go in here. Over there.
Hey Mum, the clocks are all fucked.
Now we can get the key from here.
I will say, it looks like it's saying winding up blocks. I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go. Blast some shots.
That's that bit. Until I've done that.
How many fucking clocks do I need? Jesus Christ.
It was inherited from the...
Oh, right.
From somebody, so that's... where the clocks are coming from is not them, it's the previous owners of the house.
Hey, Dad, I'm done.
Right.
I'm gonna go play.
Right, now we go into here. Unlock this, and then we go into there.
Amazing that the old barn key fits in the old barn door. Who would have thought?
Who would have thunk it? Yep.
Mm.
And this is the only thing we care about in here. Because this is actually how we'll get into the real part of this game. Nearly getting there, get to the main part, then we'll quickly get our gear, and then we'll do a couple of the combat missions, and then we'll probably call it. So.
Can you do anything with that phone?
No, you can't. You can't do what you can't do. If that makes sense, like you can only do what it lets you do.
Alright, so you can't just randomly interact with certain. Like, there's that swing on that tree you can't do shit with.
Don't believe so. I think you might better walk up to it and interact, like talk about it.
Just go, hey, the swing's broken.
Yeah, like that sort of stuff. Oh, there we go. See what it says. Yeah, there you go. Literally.
Aww.
So you can't, like, yeah, there's things you can interact with in terms of saying they're there, but beyond that, no. Right, we'll clean this mirror in the back room, back of the room. Skip this dialogue, yes.
I can clean the mirror. Good for you.
And it will now...
Oh, there you go. There's the... Yeah, you can really see some voxely, pixely stuff going on there.
Yep. And now we're in the other sort of world this game has. And this is where we spend, like, the next 4 or 5 hours. You see Alice in Wonderland kind of stuff I'm starting to talk about? So,
it's Graham in voxel-land.
Yep. This is where you get known as, you get called Ravenlok, as in this opening dialogue.
Okay.
So regardless of, you actually name your character at the beginning of the game, but then you don't actually ever get called by that. You don't ever get called by Ravenlok.
Oh. What if you just call yourself Ravenlok?
Don't know. You can do this little dance thing. See? If I do it near this little rabbity looking thing.
Will the rabbit dance too?
No, it does vibrates and then does that.
Oh, okay.
And that's a figurine collectible. I'll show you where that comes into play.
What's that floating bunny over the... Oh, okay.
So the mirror here. So these mirrors now basically are your fast travel options. So we've now got we can now fast travel back to here if we wanted to. So these guys, yeah, you can get quests from. So now we've got that one. Get a quest from.
Dude has 4 arms.
Get a quest from this guy down here. What's exotic confectionery? Plus he gives us a lockpick. You've got this really cool clock here. And then we come over here. We've got this thing with candles floating in the air. Don't think you get a quest from them. No, you don't. It just says something, but you get a quest from this one. So just rack up quests like this. If I open this cabinet, we'll get our shield. So that's where we get the shield from. Now I've got to remember where I get this. The sword from. Is it?
That from the floating rabbit over there?
No, that's the training ground. That's the training ground where we'll. Once we've got our sword, that's where we'll go. Is it this way? To the right. To the right.
Is the camera controllable in this area?
You can do this. That's the most I can do is that pivoting left and right.
Okay.
That's as much as you can do in any one. You've got a bit of up and down movement, but it's pretty much a fixed camera.
Okay.
So you can see there's the voxel sort of look to it all. Here's our sword.
That sort of layering of it all and all that sort of stuff, which looks really cool.
Yeah. reversal. And you rack up, like obviously I've already done this game to 100%, so you just rack up achievements all the time in this game. Like just literally getting into the mirror was enough to trigger a thing. Picking up the sword was enough to trigger it. That sort of thing. So it's just a whole bunch of. And then yeah,
so is this more designed, do you think, to be a kids game than it is to be?
I think it's probably aimed more at kids because of it's just there's no challenge to it.
Yeah. Not that kids can't handle challenge, but apparently
no, not at all. But
devs.
It's not. Yeah, there's just not a lot of depth to this. Like,
yeah.
I can press. I can't. I've done the training. I can't. We'll get into the training. Show you what we can do in training. So now we're going to talk to this floating rabbit.
The trainer. Good name.
Yeah. Do this. Now into the training. All right. So we past all these. So literally, it's literally a tutorial section as well. So I'm going to run through these things.
Oh, just in case you didn't figure out movement.
Yeah, just in case about movement, even though you've been doing it for the last 5 minutes, exactly.
It's really not giving you much credit, is it?
No, it's a bit weird. Let's get that.
Well, the Spiff is quite happy.
I do hope that it does explain what the green bar is, because the red one's the health, not surprisingly. Oh, I think I've got to hit him. Very cool.
Yeah!
What am I doing?
Maybe try to reset the tutorial, you might have broken something.
Yeah, I think I want to skip without knowing. Dashing, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Dashing.
I love how they don't even put the fucking objective on the screen for that one.
Yeah. Alright, now attack. Okay, shield. Holding Y, yep. That's it. How's that?
It's the shield break.
The shield break, that's what it is.
The guard break.
That's why I would never realise why it never came up, because I never used the shield.
Yeah. It's basically guard break like in Street Fighter. You can't just sit there and hold the shield the whole time.
Yeah, I can't just hold it.
Not that you did anyway, but still.
No.
Bullet spray!
Yep. So now we've got a new ability, top left, bottom left hand corner, we've got that. Slide out these sort of, not too sure what they are. But it chases up, maybe it takes 10 seconds to recharge, so you can almost spam it. And there's no upgrades that make that quicker, so it's just what it is for the entire game. You can go into the quick inventory and get a health potion, so they heal up a certain amount each. So you can see I've got very little now. Go down, go from left to right to go through that. Press press A to select, and the A to use it. So it's a couple of extra steps you probably really shouldn't need to do, but that's what it is. And then you got bombs as well, so you can go down there, and I can go into the same trigger, same down, and then I can press down again. And now I'm looking at bombs. You get a couple of different bomb types during the game, but the main one you'll use is firebomb. And once you've got to a target,
but it wouldn't let you pick it because you didn't have a target.
Yeah, there's no target close by. So now we've got a target. So just throw it at that guy. So yeah. And
you weren't even looking at me. It just magically goes behind you.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
So I've got two of them. So now if I go into here, I'll choose that. I can then go left. See, I'm going left and right, and I'm now choosing between three targets. Okay. Now we'll throw it at that one. Do it again. Choose that one. Throw it again. Done.
I don't know if I like that fire effect on that.
It's interesting. Yeah. That's basically it. So now you've seen the combat, all the the only difference now between what get the end of the game is we get 3 more abilities throughout the course of the game.
Are those abilities at least interesting?
The main one I used was the one they've already got. I might even open up the save and go into it just to
Hedgehog clad
to show it. Right, so what are they? So go quest, whatever the options button. You got your standard you know, stats. All you can do is upgrade them. You can't upgrade. You can't. There's nothing. You don't get a better weapon. It just literally the number goes up. That's it.
Yeah, the numbers just go up on the level up. It's not like you can choose health, stamina, or strength upgrades.
No,
Jesus
everything just goes up by a set amount. We've got some items we can look at. We've got some hats which you can wear.
Fuck yeah.
Quests, which are obviously these ones. And options, of course. Top right hand corner, you got the level 1, and then you got 2 currencies, just regular coins. And I think these are like feathers to come out of enemies, and they come out of enemies like there's no tomorrow. And the feathers are the actual upgrade for your level.
Oh, okay. So you catch them for XP.
Exactly. That's essentially their XP. Yeah, the XP unit, whatever you want to call it. What am I looking for? Find a missing pattern. Instead, we'll go back to out of here. Come through here.
I can see what you mean, where it's like the only main motivator or the only main like forward, like the only thing like really pushing forward momentum is to see like the voxel-land graphics and what they do next.
Pretty much, like the story is not particularly dramatic. There's basically a nasty person who's taken over this particular realm, world, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, what a dick!
And you're basically trying to stop them. Oh, I think I need to talk back to this guy now. Okay. So we're going to go this way. Because this is where you make, I think you get basically your first main thing is here. So now we're going to speak to the other hedgehog. Piece of fungus, I'll got that. There we go.
Why wouldn't you just do that the first time, you fucking... Ugh.
So they didn't get the mesh, they didn't get the thing.
Yeah, right, fair enough.
Blessing from the air, okay. I need to get to the mushroom forest, which is the first combat area. Oh, okay. Right. So, yeah, as I said, inspired by...
Yeah, some hell of some Wonderland stuff here.
And we'll start to think to get our first lot of little... yeah, we got. These are the first lot of enemies, not that they are at the moment, but they will be. I'll just trigger this. I'll just do, this is the... So this is about the only thing sort of cutscene style thing we get. The rest of the time is just reading through dialogue. This is the Queen. They're just taking over. Queen Dreader. So basically your goal is to stop her. Now these things are being possessed, mushroom cubes. Now let's do some combats. This is where you just press X. Now I'm not doing anything, I'm not holding down any trigger buttons. Just holding down X, you see I'm just moving automatically to chase this enemy as it goes across the screen. That's it, that's the combat. I'm not moving the camera, it just follows the enemy. As it keeps taking X. That's it, I think we get a couple of waves of these. Cool, there we go. You just keep spamming X and he'll just keep following that enemy.
Can your attack be interrupted by that?
I don't recall ever happening.
Sweet.
Because they just... These enemies aren't particularly dramatic, I can imagine. Wave after this.
They make very sad noises when they get hit.
Yeah, they do.
Also, say this seems to be a trypophobia's worst nightmare. With all the holes in the mushroom's heads and shit. That mushroom tried jumping at you. Hug me. There's not one of them here. I just want to see what happens. Okay, never mind. Right?
And the dialogue's basic like that. Like there's not a real lot to it, and this is the game. There's not much to it at all. I think I might find some more enemies in here. I'm just gonna turn some volume down so I
That poor little guy was just standing there and you just walk up and fucking hit him. That was a bit harsh.
Just gonna turn that down so I can actually hear you over the game.
Oh, okay, that might be why you didn't respond when I said trypophobic's worst nightmare.
Yeah.
Look at the holes on that mushroom's head.
And there's a little
Great observation.
There's another figurine. Oh, just around the corner here. Little dance.
I wish there was like a little whimsical tune that just came on out of nowhere when you danced.
Yeah, I wish it would too. I think it's missing an opportunity there. And this basically is it. Rinse and repeat. The only thing you really get, you will get some bigger enemies, and you do get boss battles as well. Which I might try and get to one of those, and then we might call it.
Are any of the combat encounters anything more than just spamming the X button, or do you actually have to like dodge or do some shit like that? Or is it literally just that?
The big bosses, yes, you have to dodge,
Okay.
but the regular enemies, no.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, as I said in a podcast, it's just a very, very basic, straightforward.
Yeah. This really does strike me as they didn't even, when you think about the way it was shown off and everything like that, it was never really sold as my first RPG.
No, yeah, exactly.
And the other part is you could almost just slap the Minecraft license on this thing with its look.
Yeah, to a degree. I mean, obviously the building in the background is not so much voxy stuff, but this is your kind of a bit of a central hub in a way. This little die here is the one where you upgrade your level with. So it cost me 10 to level up. So I'm going to go with that. You can just see the number just literally doubles the number in some of the cases.
Wow.
So I'm just going to do that until I can't do any more. There we go. So I'm already level 4. That's how quick it was. You get to level 20 is the max. By the time you get to the end of the game, it does take 20,000 of those feathers to level up. So it does. It's not particularly cheap, but
it's not like you need to actually find the feathers. You can buy them with coins.
No. The only way to get the feathers is to defeat enemies. That's the only way to get them.
Oh, okay.
But you can farm them like there's no tomorrow. So it's not as if you can't not get them, sort of thing.
It certainly does seem once you exit an area and go back in, you could just like
all the enemies basically respawn.
What's up with this dude?
He's going to be our little potions guy. So in a second, I'm just doing a little quest for him now to get 4 cinders.
Yeah.
Basically 4. Just got to find one. Was there? Where's the other one? I'm going to go up here. Maybe go right here. Yeah, see, I'm doing
Will
more
it
damage.
tell you if you're not? Yeah.
Was doing now doing 40 damage. Now I'm doing 40. Now I was doing 10. That kind of thing.
Yeah. Will it tell you if you're not in the right area for quest items?
No, it'll just they're sort of anywhere.
Yeah.
So even the things to get coin respawn when you go in an area.
On.
So regenerates or whatever. So yeah, like it had a lot of promise. This is another quest line down here to talk to this thing.
Would you argue this is a disappointment?
Not necessarily, because as I did enjoy it, I just think it could have been so much more. I think that's probably where I would lie on it, rather than saying disappointment, because I think it's still worth playing, even if it is so short. This is another little sort of. Let's go through these. So if you got them in these 5, 10, 15 and 18, so the most you can get, and from that you get these types of, you just get some rewards, and they're just from types of bombs. Yeah, so you now sort of stack them in little display cabinets here. So now where is the cinder block? I thought it was back where I was, but actually it might have been. There's one back there. Would have actually been. You see, I can rack up the quests after
Yeah, there's just it's just a lot. It's seemingly just a lot of busy work.
It is a little bit, lot of like you're all mainly their quests. They're their fetch quests in essence is what they are. There's not much more to them.
And you can just continue beating the shit out of the poor mushroom once it's dead.
Yep.
Fuck you, mushroom.
The other one's around here somewhere. Maybe it's back here. No, it's not in here, I don't think. So we'll just take on them. There's one boss actually just up to here, which is what we're actually doing. Is the is it that one? No. Yeah, this particular spell here, this particular quest here, get a piece of the weeping fungi.
Yeah.
To get that piece of weeping fungi, I need to defeat a boss. Yep, that's how powerful
Jesus.
that is. As I said. Let's go back in here. Let's go over this way. Because this fungi that I need to defeat is just actually through here. Ah, that's what I was looking for. That. So now I've got 3 of the 4. Where's the 4th one? I think pretty much like most of the missions had all the stuff you need to get was in the area you sort of got it in.
In the area actually.
Or
but like this camera placement.
Yeah,
when there's stuff in the foreground.
Yeah, you do have to sort of move it left and right just to make sure you're not missing anything.
But if there's stuff behind the camera, like that pathway out to get that 3rd bit was sort of behind the camera. So unless you knew to go back there, you would never have found it.
Yeah, I think the next one is actually out of this area, so if I vaguely recall. Yeah, there it is there. It was out of this area. There we go. Alright, so what I might do is I might just go to that cauldron because we can buy some potions from him, health potions from him. And then go beat this boss and I think that will literally show you what this game is in, what is it, 25 minutes or whatever, how long we've been doing this for. Right. Also find it very fussy sometimes to get the
It does seem pretty like really pedantic about like activations on placement and things.
So we can just basically buy health. And this is where we use the coins to buy this stuff with. So you can buy medium, small, heals 300, which basically at the moment I've got my level would basically almost be all of it gone.
Yep.
Medium, which is 850, and then large, which is 2000.
Holy fuck!
So we'll buy a couple of these. We'll actually buy one of those and one of those. And just to show the achievements, there is basically achievements for locked ones. Finishing the game, getting max level, buying 20 bombs, unlocking all the mirrors, getting all the figurines, defeating various bosses along the way, which are all these ones. Where's the other one? There is one.
I keep forgetting if this percentage is of the people who have this game, isn't it?
Yes, on this platform. Yeah, that's my understanding. Yeah. It's the equivalent of the rare on the PlayStation side of it. Combat skills, which are the 4 things. Where is it? Buy. Various hats. Yeah, so there's all.
Really doesn't seem to have been too many people who've made much progress in this thing.
So it is more of a case of that no one's really playing it. I think it's more of the point.
Well, or if they've maybe started it and gone, fuck this.
This is bad. I'm not going to continue. Yeah. I do like the music, I must admit. One highlight, but right, this thing sticking at the back here is one of the bosses, so we're going to.
God, I love that they just had almost had a conversation in questions.
Yeah. Yeah, the monster design's pretty good as well.
Hmm.
And this is our first boss. So.
I was gonna laugh my ass off if that basically one shot damn near killed him.
Nah. So it is a bit of like you just can't sit in there and wail on him all the time. You will just you got to basically get out every now and then. But that now that's become free. A bit more attacking. Get out. We'll just get some health. It's a little on the low side.
Literally standing under his goddamn gun arm and just beating the shit out of him. Alright, so I was wondering if the residual gas was actually doing any damage to you, so yeah, clearly it is.
The deaths are a bit drawn out.
Of course they are. And then they just vanish.
Yep. And that's this game in a nutshell.
Yeah.
I mean, for a short experience, it's fine.
Yep.
But they could have made this. I think they could have extended this game quite a fair bit and made it not necessary. I mean, I think they could have. It could have been longer. And I think that would have been fine. But
I mean, there's also the potential for an added sense of complexity in some of the combat and stuff.
yeah,
like that.
they could have added more weapons, that kind of thing. And that's as far as I'll take this, because the next one's a bit of a pain. You've got to beat a big bison, so we won't worry about that. But yeah, that's basically this game.
That's Ravenlok.
I'm just going to wander the back here. Oh,
Hey Graham, that's So Ravenlok.
Yes,
boom, boom. Do you even know what I'm referring to?
I have no idea.
There was a Disney TV show called That's So Raven.
Fair enough. I'll take your word for it.
Yep.
All right, thank you, Steve.
Thanks, Graham.
See ya. This is Ravenlok.
Peace.
See ya. Bye.